Today on the bonus stage.
What is all the hype over tower defense games? We tell you all you need to know.
And after the break, we are sick of crappy movie tie-in games cheating you out of your money.
You've reached the bonus stage.
Bonus stage! Sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. We're here on the bonus stage, and you know what? Today we have a special. Actually, we have a double special. Okay, let's do.
Like Double Dragon.
Yeah, like Double Dragon. So you're the dark-haired guy in the
blonde. Yeah,
you're the blonde.
You're the blonde.
Okay.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage. Streets
Wearing
of Rage better.
red. Then you are wearing blue.
Wearing blue. Okay,
Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh well, there has been a significant rise of popularity for the tower defense genre. Now, tower defense games are for everyone who owns an Xbox 360, a PS3, a PSP, a Wii, DS, or even an iPhone or an iTouch, like that. Now, some of you might not know what tower games are, but the next clip will set you straight. Game on.
Your mission is simple. Knock out all fortifications, eliminate all Nod troops, and establish a beachhead by building your base. Good luck.
There are no set territories and no rules of engagement.
Real-time strategy or RTS games such as Dune 2, Command & Conquer, Warcraft and Starcraft see two or more armies harvesting enough funds to build a strong enough fighting force to obliterate the opposition. Tower defense is a subgenre of the real-time strategy video game genre. The goal is to stop enemies from crossing from one side of a map to the other by building defensive towers which shoot them as they pass by. Often in tower defense games, it is the player against the computer AI. Most levels in tower defense games consist of a winding path or road the enemies will traverse, while your towers cannot be built on the road itself. Now, another type of tower defense game consists of a pathless open map, which you, the player, have the ability to change the course of the enemy flow. And one final type is a hybrid of the two, where the flow of enemies can be altered via a strategically placed tower on the path itself. Now, the player is given a small amount of funds to begin with. Strategic planning lies in the choice of which tower to build within your budget, as well as where it should be positioned to fully maximize its offensive reach. As the player overcomes each wave of oncoming enemies, their endurance and power gradually increases. This results in more varied towers needing to be erected. With each enemy slain, the user is awarded money or points which are used to buy more towers or to upgrade the current number of towers, making them more powerful. Quantity or quality, the choice is yours. Now, the tower defense subgenre came about from the 1990 arcade game Rampart, and has since evolved through user-created customized maps for Age of Empires 2, Starcraft and Warcraft 3. Independent game developers also started making Flash browser-based games, which finally led to the tower defense game coming to the handheld gaming systems, which we at the bonus stage think it's found a natural home on. A quick look at Google Trends showed that the interest of tower defense games gradually increasing since 2007 and peaking at the end of last year. Let's take a look at some games in the genre.
You are Locke, an Arcaneer in training and protector of your homeland from Lord Agony and his Clockwork Army. In Locke's quest, there are two main phases, build and battle. In build phase, you must construct a defensive barrier and repair damage from previous attacks. Use the control pad to move around the battlefield and use the stylus to build your items. Defeat an enemy during battle and a small blue source flame or sometimes scrap will appear for you to collect. Once you have collected at least 4 pieces of scrap, create a new item by dragging the correct pieces of scrap into the window on the bottom screen and dropping them on the correctly colored node to recreate the image on the top screen. When building walls, make them as long as you want and rotate them in the direction you need. Use wood, stone, metal, and towards the end of the game, a spiked material. Your turrets are your main weapons, and as you attach walls to the sides of them, they become tougher. Upgrade from the basic turret to a burning splash which shoots a blob of fire. Create traps which are triggered when an enemy steps near them. Try the splash mine, which causes fire damage to all clockworks in an area. Lastly, build helpers, which need to be placed near one or more turrets. They provide bonuses for the turrets in range. A great helper is the damage helper that increases the damage done by nearby turrets.
as you can see, there's always something for everyone. There's a tower defense game
That's right.
for everyone. You got
Yeah.
an iPhone, you got an iPod Touch, you have like a DS, a Wii.
The DS, no, I mean like the DS games and the Wii games, they're always very cutesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like ninjas. I'm like, what?
It's like cute ninjas.
Yeah, cute ninjas. And like, just now Mothership was talking about, how do you play the iTouch games? You use your fingers. I was just thinking like, if you have smaller
they call
fingers.
it iTouch.
Yeah, but if you have smaller fingers, does it give you an advantage?
I think it does actually.
Yeah, because
it's more accurate,
sometimes
right?
you can't see.
Like you and your big foot.
Yeah, big ass fingers.
Big
I'll
ass
be like,
fingers.
is my thing there? Is it really? Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Why we think the tower defense genre fits the handheld medium is because it doesn't take much power
Yep.
for the system, and you can like I said, you can always use your fingers. And tower defense, we were discussing it. He said Daryl said that there isn't much depth to tower defense.
I mean, there isn't much depth because basically, you are just going from point A to point B,
Yeah.
and it's very difficult to have a storyline that evolves from there, from moving from point A to point B.
Yep.
And especially since it's you either go like from here if it's a fixed path like you were saying, the clip showed fixed path, you can only go from there to there. That's all.
That's right.
At least a few runners had a bit of AI, and then they had like a bit of intelligence there where they found the nearest like little hole and all that, right?
Hence why they call it a subgenre of the real-time strategy.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's sort of like part real-time, part turn-based, because you can pause it,
Yeah.
I mean, you can pause it on real-time strategy, but I mean, you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yep.
And it's a subgenre because, like you said, it's like real-time strategy light, right? Am I
Yep.
right to say that?
But do you think this is all there is to it? Like for iPod and iPod, iPod Touch
yeah.
and iPhone games.
Yeah.
Do you think like this is the maximum?
It's the best that
The gaming can provide. I mean,
for an iPod and
Yeah.
iPod Touch, iPhone and iPod Touch. No, I actually do think that. See how hardware works, right? Is a developer will create a game. This is how I feel. They'll create hardware for a lifespan of say like 4 to 5 years, right? Say like Xbox or like the PS3 for 4 years, and they cannot release the best looking game in the first year because then it will just every other game in the next 3 years will just sort of
Pale
like,
in comparison.
and people will people who haven't jumped on the bandwagon in the first year will wait for the second year and go like, well, these games basically suck, and there was only like one good game, you see.
Yeah.
So I think as like say Sony and Microsoft, they'll tell the developers, make the game good,
But not so good.
Plan it for like if there's sequels, plan it for like a 4-year cycle, saying that you may introduce better graphics in the next one and better gameplay in the third one. So it's sort of like there's more longevity to it. So I think iPhone 3D and iPod Touch just came out with the second generation, and I think the hardware is really good inside this phone. And I think the best is yet to come.
You think so? I would think that because it's such a sort of small device, I think it can't go as, obviously it can't be the same graphic level as Xbox and all that, right?
Yeah.
But I think like with the, like a few weeks ago with the eye control thing where they had the sort of direction pad and all that attached to the iTouch and all that, I think that could bring like, even if it's like a third-person shooter,
New gaming
new
possibilities,
gaming paradigms.
Yes. Well, bring it back to tap defense. To tower defense genre. Which do you think is the best game for the genre? I think it's tap defense actually.
Yeah, I would think tap defense is a very popular pick because
And if you don't know which one tap defense is actually this one. Now tap defense. The reason why we pick as like the best tower defense game is because let me just play it. It's because it's free for one.
and you can shake it.
You can shake it. Oh, you can shake it. It's free for one. For one, it's free. For two, it has more game modes than all the other tower defense games out there. So it's value for money because you're not really spending anything on it.
The other one is actually Field Runners, the one that you showcase and all that, right? Because even though you have to pay for that one,
Field Runners is this one.
Yeah, even though you have to pay for that one, like really pretty intelligent AI, and the graphics are so much better than tap defense. Because tap defense,
Oh, the graphics is so much better, and you can zoom in. Yeah, there you go. Well, I don't know. The best paid game I think is Field Runners, and the best free tower defense game is tap defense. for both the iPhone and the iPod Touch.
How about the Crystal Defenders?
Crystal Defenders is by Square Enix.
Square
It's a really difficult, steep learning curve. I couldn't get past the first level, maybe because I suck. I don't know.
No, but for me, like I played the light version, the free version, and I thought the graphics were a bit hectic. Because what happens was that
I should have gotten the light version because I didn't get past the first level.
No, then after that, the people, like, enemies come out, and then the guy runs around like crazy just to kill the enemy. I just thought, that's too much action for...
Yeah, well, if you like Square Enix and the games they produce, and like Final Fantasy Tactics, which is on like the Game Boy Advance and stuff like that, you should get Crystal Defenders for the iPhone and the iPod Touch. You know what? I think Tower Defense games are actually the best games for these platforms.
What about Xbox though? The one that we saw, the last one,
yes,
the
last one,
very, very tempting
Grid Defense, The Awakening for the Xbox 360. Now it's already on PC. I think it's $20. You can download it on the PC. And it will come to Xbox 360 only, and that it will be available not on retail, but you can actually download it from the Xbox Live. So it's under like the arcade section of Xbox Live. So that's a good game. Really good graphics. It has sort of like a science fiction sort of a background story. But essentially it's still a tower defense game.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to make it trying to evolve it from the tower defense to really fancy graphics. And I mean, I haven't seen the storyline yet. And all
plus it looks like it's actually a vertical.
Yeah, verticality.
Vertical tower defense rather than just a singular plane. I think the enemies traverse up. So you gotta, I don't know, there might be new
that would be very
mechanics.
cool though, right? If the enemies can travel up and then you can shoot down and all that, right?
Yeah, shoot up and shoot down. Well, you know what? We'll take a break right now and give you a chance to like check out like the App Store and get you like some tap defense. Yep.
Goodness.
See you guys in a bit.